All right, my name is Dave Lunzman. I'm running for the candidate in the Northwest District. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up on a small farm up in northeast Brown County. Went to a big town called Hecla High School. I was Hecla Rocket, so no longer exists anymore. And I am married. I have a son that just graduated from Folsom University out of Florida. Currently work for the Division of Criminal Investigation. And before that, I worked for the great city of Aberdeen as a police officer and a detective for almost 10 years. I have accumulated years of 27 years, I guess. I've always been intrigued with the process, with the governmental process. I'm coming to the end of my current job and career status, so it's time for me to fulfill a different dream, which would be to represent everyone in the city of Aberdeen for the Northwest District. If anyone has any questions after this, please get a hold of me. I have a Facebook page. And I also forgot, my wife will get mad at me if I don't at least say that we do own our own small business. It's a private investigation business, and we investigations also. So if I don't put that plug in, she'll have a word with me afterwards. So I'll put that in. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet and move it on to the next person, okay?
Good morning. My name is Josh Jones, and I'm running for candidate for the Northwest District. I also grew up in a small community about a half hour up here from Aberdeen, like in South Dakota. So I've always thought of Aberdeen as kind of my hometown. 3 years ago, I was offered the opportunity to come back to Aberdeen for a job transfer, and I jumped at the chance. Currently, I'm the plant manager for the local Twin City Fan branch here in town. Having been involved in several community organizations since my return here to Aberdeen, I've long worked to make a positive change in the community. I have about 250 families that work for me daily, so I get to hear their concerns every single day of the struggles they have here living in Aberdeen. And talking to my personal family, I felt that it is time for me to seek a seat at the Aberdeen City Council. I want to bring fresh ideas and a positive solution to the City Council. I also want to make Aberdeen a community not only that my family wants to live in, but a community that my colleagues, my other friends, my other family want to move to. I feel that I possess and represent 5 key qualities that a good community leader needs to have. In my opinion, honesty, compassion, integrity, confidence, and flexibility are critical to being a successful candidate for the city of Aberdeen. I respect different views, analyze problems, I do it every day, kind of come up with the best solutions that need to be the most financially sound for my company. Identify the best solutions, not based on loyalty to a political party or friends, but rather based on what is right in the best interests of the people that I want to represent in my district. Some of the key topics that I think we're going to probably touch on today, I think it's a universal thing. Some of the major things that I think that since I've moved back, I've never heard anybody say that the quality of water in Aberdeen is very good. Nobody comes to town and say, we got the best water around. That's not really a positive thing for the community. A couple of the other things I'm going to touch on are probably recycling. I think we all think that there's a better choice of recycling out there. The other thing that I want to touch base on is mosquito control. Since I've moved back, there's been a couple summers where we can't enjoy. I think Aberdeen has some of the finest parks, walking and biking trails, and there's times we can't use them. We can't even sit on our own decks in our backyard. I think we need to be more proactive rather than reactive on that. And to be able to do this, we need to make smart financial decisions in the city. I know that everybody says everything costs money, but if we're not spending our money wisely, how will we ever be able to give the opportunity to make some of these positive impacts in our community? Final closing here, I want to say, a job will bring a family to town, but it's the community that will keep them here. So I think we need to have a positive change in our community to bring more families to town. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Tom Black. I grew up in Pierce, South Dakota, but I came to Aberdeen in 1988 to attend college at Northern State University, where I became deeply involved in the theater there at Northern, which then led to me being deeply involved in the theater at the community theater downtown. Many people might know me from those days, which has led to me, many years later, starting the South Dakota Film Festival, which has been a great pride and joy for myself. I think it's a beautiful event for our community. I am a small business owner. I got a couple of small businesses going on. I'm a home inspector, have been for 17 years, helping families purchase houses, make sure they're finding safe, affordable, or safe and clean housing. Then another one that means a lot to a lot of people downtown, I'm the pitching control guy in Aberdeen. It may sound like kind of a laughable thing, but frankly, we had a real problem there. And people were complaining about it, not just business owners, but citizens and also building owners. There's problems happening. So I took it upon myself to analyze the problem. I opened up a whole new business. I approached the community leaders. I pitched to them an idea, and they took me up on it. And I'm proud to say last year, in one calendar month, we removed 5,500 pigeons from downtown Aberdeen. It may not seem like much, but it really has made a big difference for a lot of business owners and just the aesthetics of downtown. I've done a lot more than just collect pigeons and stand on a stage and invite movie stars to Aberdeen. I've been a community advocate for years. I've involved myself deeply into the community. I currently sit on the Arts Council Board of Directors. I'm also on the Airport Advisory Board. I served for 10 years on the Aberdeen Housing Authority, where we took on direct efforts to make sure we were improving the quality of housing for people that don't have as much money as everybody else does. And that included helping find the financing and bring in a new development for our senior citizens, which will be opening here in May down by Central. The reason I'm running for City Council is because I love Aberdeen. Here's my hometown, but Aberdeen is where my heart is at. I've been here over 30 years, that's the majority of my life. I want to make sure that Aberdeen is a beautiful, safe, and affordable community. We've got champions in economic development doing a very fantastic job. We've got a very good quality of life, but I think we can enhance that. I think there's beautiful opportunities for us to do some community art. I think there's more opportunities to retain people from the ages of 20 to 35. I also believe that we've got the right people in place, and many of the departments have met with a few of the department leaders, including our new police chief, Dave McNeil. And we're going to have some requests in the future that are going to come up for improvements to roads, improvements to the police department, improvements to the fire department. But we're going to have a limited amount of money, as the revenues for Aberdeen have drawn flat in the last few years. So it's going to take leadership and business knowledge to make sure that we have an affordable approach to making sure Aberdeen is the community it needs to be.